best example of all, and one of the greatest jobs of marketing in the universe has ever seen is Nike. Remember, Nike sells a commodity. They sell shoes. And yet, when you think of Nike, you feel something different than a shoe company. In their ads, as you know, they don't ever talk about the product. They don't ever tell you about their air soles and why they're better than Reebok's air soles. What does Nike do in their advertising? They honor great athletes and they honor great athletics. That's who they are. That's what they are about.
This is what Steve Jobs said about Nike when he returned back to Apple in 1996. Apple saw 11 consecutive years of failure. It was almost dead. Losses were crippling. And when Steve Jobs returned, he saw Apple was struggling and facing one major challenge. People were losing faith in Apple. So, what did he do? He then launched the Think Different campaign, the world's most successful campaign ever, which saved the company from bankruptcy. Watch the full case study on Apple by clicking on the link below. Hello friends, welcome back to The Business Playbook. So today we are going to dive deep into the genius marketing strategies of Nike and how these strategies influenced even Steve Jobs to think different, and how exactly Nike became the unofficial sponsor of Olympics 2012 without spending a single penny, and what we as a student of marketing can learn from Nike marketing strategies. I will be breaking down Nike's top 3 strategies. The 3 are: first, strategic partnership; second, its storytelling approach; and third, its brand identity and its reinforcement. So, stay till the end, grab your notebooks because this is going to be the most important video for marketing students, entrepreneurs, businessmen. So, stay tuned. Before diving deep into the 3 strategies, let's get back to what Steve Jobs learned from Nike. Steve Jobs noticed that Nike never talked about its products in their ads. Nike created a powerful brand identity by focusing on emotional connection people have with sports and athletes. Nike is conveying its brand values and purpose through its ads. He learned the philosophy of selling a feeling from Nike. Nike's approach of celebrating athletes and their achievements resonated more deeply with the consumers. And this marketing strategy of Nike influenced the Think Different campaign, where Apple emphasized on its values and its connection with creative individuals. This one key philosophy which made Nike this great at marketing is its emphasis on creating a powerful brand identity. In marketing, we define brand identity as the set of brand elements, its name, logo, or symbol, that identifies and differentiates a company's products and services from those of competitors. Nike's brand identity comprises of its core element, the swoosh logo, the Just Do It slogan, and its strong focus on athletes' performance, determination, and excellence, which we can notice in almost all of their ads. So, now let's dive into the top 3 marketing strategies followed by Nike. In 1984, Nike signed a 21-year-old rookie named Michael Jordan. At the time, Jordan also had offers from Adidas and Converse, but Nike made an offer no one else did. They were making an entire shoe line named after Michael Jordan. So, when Jordan stepped on the court in Air Jordan 1st, the NBA immediately banned them. Why? Because the league had a strict rule that shoes must be 50% white and match team colors. The Jordans were bold red and black with just one strip of white. So, what did Nike do next? They didn't back down. They paid every fine, which was about $5,000 for every match. And then they released this ad.
On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike.
Air Jordans became more than sneakers. They were rebellion, swagger, and performance. Nike had established itself as a brand that aligns with the top athletes, sports teams, and sports events worldwide. By associating its brand image with these high profile entities, Nike can reach a broad audience and strengthen its brand recognition and loyalty. And this allowed the company to leverage its star power and embody the values of competitiveness, athleticism, and excellence. Nike's association with Jordan has also boosted its sales, solidified its position as a leader in the athletic footwear market. Nike's storytelling approach is rooted in its brand purpose, which is to inspire and enable athletes of all levels to achieve to reach their full potential. And the company understands that consumers today are not just looking for products, they are looking for brands who align with their values and aspirations. And by leveraging the power of storytelling, Nike is creating an emotional connection with its audience and bringing its brand purpose to life. One such campaign highlighting Nike's excellent storytelling is the Find Your Greatness campaign of 2012.
There are no grand celebrations here, no speeches, no bright lights. But there are great athletes. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is reserved for the chosen few, for the superstars. The truth is, greatness is for all of us. This is not about lowering expectations. It's about raising them for every last one of us. Because greatness is not in one special place. And it is not in one special person. Greatness is wherever somebody is trying to find it.
In 2012, when all sports companies were competing for Olympics sponsorship, Adidas became the official sponsor of the London Olympics by paying 150 million for that title. And why does this sponsorship matter at all? Let's look at IPL sponsorships. In 2018, just before the IPL, Vivo was shipping about 2.1 million units of phones, while in 2019, just after the IPL, it was shipping 4.5 million units. That is a staggering 100% growth. And this is why title sponsorship of these sport events is a golden opportunity for any company. Nike had zero sponsorship rights, while its competitor Adidas completely owned the stage. And upon that, to protect the sponsors from losses, Olympics had made strict protocols for brands other than sponsors. Other brands could not mention London in any of their ads. They could not say Olympics in their ads. So, how did Nike compete with Adidas? Nike's response was brilliant. They launched the Find Your Greatness campaign. There were three pillars which made this campaign a super hit. The first one was smart geography, that instead of London, UK, they filmed in places called London around the world, as Olympics had restricted brands other than sponsors to use London in any of their ads. Thus, London, Ohio, London, Nigeria, London, Canada, and therefore no Olympic rules were broken. That Nike's playing smartly. Then, instead of elite athletes, Nike showed teenagers pushing their limits in this campaign, showing how greatness is not exclusive, it is personal. Then, the visual disruption. Nike gave Olympic athletes bright neon green shoes. On the field of green and tracks of red, these shoes popped. And even without saying Olympics, Nike was being noticed. And again, Nike created a powerful campaign reinforcing its brand identity, performance, excellence, and determination. And as a result, there were just 4,000 tweets associating Adidas with Olympics, while 16,000 tweets associating Nike with Olympics in 2012. Also, there is a report claiming that when people were asked about who is the sponsor of Olympics 2012, 37% of them answered Nike as the official sponsor, while only 21% of them said Adidas was the official sponsor. This was marketing judo, using the opponent's strength against them. But marketing isn't always safe. What happens when you take a stand and the world fights back? In 2018, Nike faced its boldest backlash yet. But Nike stood firm with its brand identity even when the world was against it. In 2018, NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick was blacklisted for kneeling during the national anthem to protest against racial injustice. For many, he became a symbol of resistance. And for many others, him kneeling down meant insulting the national anthem. Nike took a massive risk. They made him the face of their new campaign in 2018. This campaign was believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything.
If people say your dreams are crazy, if they laugh at what you think you can do, good. Because calling a dream crazy is not an insult, it's a compliment. Don't try to be the fastest in your school. Be the fastest ever. Don't believe you have to be like anybody to be somebody. Don't become the best basketball player on the planet. Be bigger than basketball. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. If you have only one hand, don't just watch football, play it. And if you're a girl from Compton, become the greatest athlete ever. Yeah, that's more like it. So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
The backlash was instant. Nike stocks dropped drastically, and political leaders attacked. But Nike stayed silent. No explanation, no retreat. Within weeks, Nike's sale rose 31%. Their brand became a movement again. Why? What actually happened here? In an era of purpose-driven branding, silence is riskier than speaking up. But the message must match the brand's identity. Nike doesn't chase relevance. They stood by their own purpose. Nike stood firm with its values even when the world was against it. And then the world followed. By consistently reinforcing its brand image through marketing campaigns and endorsements, Nike has effectively built trust and credibility with customers. So, if your brand stopped selling features and started honoring feelings, would people still buy them? Or would people wear them as a symbol of belief? Well, that's Nike's way. And that's why Steve Jobs followed them. So, if you want a part 2 on genius marketing strategies of Nike, comment Nike in the comment section below. And hit that like button if you find this video insightful. And don't forget to subscribe to the Business Playbook for more deep dives into the marketing strategies of world's great companies. I will see you in the next video next week.